Too slick, too slick, too slick.
I know that.
Hey, Jonesy in the morning. Got your midnight tape for me, girl.
It's giving icy.
It's Jonesy in the morning.
Jonesy in the morning.
With shade and laughter, shade and laughter me. Na 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 na.
Hello, winners. You want your conversation? Yep. Get going, sweetie. Get going. Get going. Straight off a prom weekend. Don't start telling me what happened now. That was strategic. Exactly. That was strategic. I was like, wait, what? As soon as it said, ba-ba, ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, he decided he want to open up about prom weekend. Charlie, I love you. Charlie. And who turns that down? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Giddy. Good morning, birdies in the background birdies.
Good morning. I'm all over the place this morning.
I know, because we got 2 lives going, right?
Yeah, I got 4 things on my computer.
Okay. Well, it's all right. As long as they're getting some sort of Jones Act. And this weekend, oh my goodness, I set up Jonesy After Dark. I'm good for artwork and an idea. The execution is where I falter. But the artwork, the presentation, the background music, I'm going to get the presentation all the way right. You're going to feel like some shit's about to go down.
Oh, yeah, it's about to go down.
It is. It will. It's nice. All right. So, happy Monday, people. Shall we start the roll call or shall we go to Instagram, get our fellow classmates that come to school with broken pencils, book bags that have not been cleaned out over the weekend, unprepared for the test, forgot their glasses. Shall I go get those? Because you know that's who they are.
Well, our bus delay just ended and the bus just got here from the bus delay. So our classmates that were in the other scene are now coming over.
Okay. All right. And we welcome them. But I do know that there's some kids that's just always, they weren't in the last class. They're just waking up. Thank you, Georgiana. Georgiana, we missed you at Comedy in Harlem for bingo. And everybody won. Everybody's card hit. Some people's cards hit more than once, Jodeci. Jodeci going to be at the King's Theater on Mother's Day. I got my tickets. I got my seats. Mary going to be in Vegas and Jodeci going to be in Brooklyn. How did that happen? I mean, I'm very excited to be here with you guys. I love talking about the show because you guys are the best part of it. When my peers come over and they're like, how's everything going? How's your morning show going? I'm like, wonderfully, consistent, steady, growing. So let me go and get our people, our mans in them, our down south cousins. Before I start with this is why I might have to open up Girls with Gats to White House correspondent dinner intruders with Gats, because nobody has aim. Like nobody has aim. It's okay. It's all right. Jonesy is here to what? Save the day. I need my superhero music. Let me get people in here to the House of Jonesy. To the House of Jonesy. First person that can name 5 songs with the word house in it is the winner. Hi, Grayson. Grayson, get ready for Jonesy's Juice today because I got to start getting you more integrated into the system, child. I'm trying to grow you. Pause. Maybe. Hi, sexy. All of you guys come over to YouTube. Every morning, I beg you to come over to YouTube and join in on the fun. We're at Pink Champs the Show. I can't keep doing this. Class is in session. You guys are the stragglers. I come to class without your book bag, come to class without a late pass, come to class and need to use the bathroom, come to class with no pens, no calculators, no loose leaf paper, book bag all jammed up with crumpled up test papers and homeworks and shit. That's what you're classified as. Get your ass over here to YouTube at Pink Champs the Show. You know we can't start without yous. Come on over to my page. All right, here we go. Love is a house, house party, brick house, house is not a home. Okay, keep it going. Hi, Double R. Good morning to you. Thames, break house. House party, bring down the house. Hi, Philly Chica. All right, first I got to do the roll call because, all right, we're at 100. Record time. Come on. Yay. Come on, guys. Hi, DJ Chase Money. Come on over to Pink Champs. We got 100 people. We getting ready to start. So let's see who is first today. Big John is first today. All right, Big John. I see you. Happy Monday, my friend. He said, good morning, Black people. Sorry, if you're not Black, your morning could be whatever, according to Big John, that is. Hey, Sherelle, you are number 2, but Big John was here at 750. Sherelle, 751. Elaine, hey, Elaine, 755. And then 756, Elaine. Kiana, 756. Oh, you guys are early risers. Amazon Mom, 759. I was still peeing at that time. Be true to you first. Chop Girl. Emily B. Good morning. Che Bella. Che Bella, you like when I say your name like that? Che Bella. Che Bella representing Far Rock. Right? And I watched the Supreme Team documentary this weekend. Thank you, Giddy. Giddy gonna get it. Giddy got me that fire stick and got me all the way right. I went down an entire rabbit hole. There's a channel that's nothing but documentaries. You not like being in people's business. That's what I get paid to do. Mind everybody's motherfucking business. Except for Megan Thee Stallion. You can keep yours to yourself. We are not your friends. We don't care about every hiccup and breakup in your relationship that goes on. You don't have to publicize it, bitch. We got our own shit going on. And most of our shit is way more important, significant, and interesting than yours. Because we expect you to make bad decisions, but do you always have to publicize it? Moving on. How was you guys' weekend? Anything special you want to share with the rest of the class? Miss C is here. Kendra's here. Chop Girl, Garcelle, Live Love Life. Good morning, Al. Good morning, my moderator, Kim. Reginald, Mimi Chase is here. Ms. Tamika and Tamiko Marie. Ms. Kamika and Tamiko are here. Jimbea is here. Big R is here. Uh-oh. What happened to my thing? I got stuck. I'm stuck. Bobby BK, Nikki Hall. Good morning, people. I got stuck and then it skipped. Names. Disco Nika. And I can't get back. Okay, what the hell? All right, wait. That's the ghost of Megan Thee Stallion telling me to watch my damn mouth. Hey, Nas and Mosky.
I'm sorry, you got it straight?
I guess. I probably missed some names. I don't know. I still want 5 songs with the word house in it. Nicole Perry is here. Nikki Blue. Denise Davis. Hello, Denise Davis. Make sure you like when you get in here. Come on and like. And even if you, even if you don't, be fake. Like it anyway. Like the rest of the industry. You want to be a part of the music industry? Come in here and like this. Even if you don't. Hi, Curvaceous. Hi, Ridmai. Mo James. Rhonda Walker. Jodeci. Jodeci is an all-star. Let me tell you why Jodeci is getting this. Jodeci rocked out with me all weekend. All weekend. Down to church on Sunday. Gots to be more careful. Thank you, Jodeci. And Nandy is here. Is Tracy here? And we're going to start the show. Scam call likely. Ulysses. All right, y'all. Come on. Get inside. Sit down. Settle. Antique and Gal. Eric Jenkins, my friend, my brother. Let's get the show started. Let's get the show started. We're gonna start from Thursday night. It started Thursday at Comedy in Harlem. Chalet. Now we didn't have a hefty crowd, but it didn't matter. When I say God be always present and knows what I need, I don't know about the rest of y'all. He gave me exact amount of, I had a random amount of prizes that I bought. And the exact amount of prizes was the exact amount of people that were there. So I was like, who cares who else ain't here? You about to win, maybe more than once, right? Everybody in there walked away with something of value. Some people walked away with the gallon size of Tito's. Some people walked away with a brand new set of whiskey wear. Some people walked away with baseball caps that said expensive and difficult, with Pink Champ blankets. Some people walked away with red glasses. Some people walked away with merch. So the next time we invite you out on a Thursday, you know the weather's breaking. You might want to slide through Comedy Harlem for our hip hop R&B bingo. And Giddy, let me bring you up for this. I know you have the digitized version for us next month for May. Mm-hmm. But can we give it up for Mel? Because he did his thing. He was on point. I think our first winner was Jodeci. And it happened within like it wasn't no long drawn out, nothing. And everybody had songs, like everybody was like one song away from winning, one artist away from winning. So thank you for putting that together so seamlessly so that we were able to have a smooth rollout. Because the worst thing is people getting impatient and only got one X on the board. A few people actually won and couldn't identify, I think it was a Glorilla song. And rather than saying, I don't know what that song is, they sat there without it. So when Jodeci was like, Brenda, that's what we say for bingo. You'd know that if you were over here on the YouTube channel, but I digress. They had it, but he called it. So I gave them consolation prizes just because, and a stern warning to speak up and ask questions.
Yeah, next time on the digital version, if you don't know it, you will see it. So you would automatically be able to know, hey, that's the song.
It comes up. It helps you. The digital version helps you. So
I thank Mel for filling in. And I'm glad that means that I'm a damn good app writer.
You are. You are. It was fail proof or fail safe. It was dope. Thank you, Giddy. Hold on, I'm plugging in my computer because I see that bitch about to go. No, you won't. Oh, why I oughta interrupt your correspondent dinner, walk past 8 levels of security. First of all, you know that's a lie because they ain't letting no black people in, on, around, outside of, down the block to the White House, the Capitol, none of that shit. So you already know that shit was staged, and I'm not even interested no more. But can we give it up to the man that stayed there and ate his motherfucking cake? The lady was on the floor on all fours. He didn't give a damn. He ate his cake.
He was like, is this part of the show?
As we all were. I'm like, you got to do better than that. This assassination needs to be brought to you by have multiple shooters, have multiple things, because we over that. First it was the ear, then it was like, come on, you got to do better. You're not even creative. He needs a black producer for the next assassination attempt. Get Tyler Perry. Not only will you be assassinated, not only will there be an assassination attempt for that ass, but that ass will be ripped out by another man. Hey, come on, Tyler. The sound effect took me out. You will have your grippers will get stripped. Fucking around with the Tyler Perry production. Keep fucking around acting like you want an assassination attempt, bitch. Your ass is going to get assassinated. Assassinated. Come on over. Come on over. Come on over to my page. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm hanging up because I need to make a flight reservation too. And I can't do it messing with y'all over here and over here. All right, come on over. Come on over. Come on over. Done. Give me my damn phone back. This the man Wait, damn it. That's the man. Eating the cat. He don't give a damn. He's tired of the antics. Man, listen. Listen. I wake up to stuff with Big Bub on my phone, and I get curious. We're doing a show together September 16th or 19th up at Kalahari Resorts. If you're in the area or nearby, come on and enjoy. It's me, Tracy Spencer, with her tender kisses, and Big Bub. Right? What an interesting combination. Love to see you there. Love to see you there. Oh, shit. I got to send the invitation. Last week, y'all made me forget to invite our guests and send the link. Hold on. And we'll get back to the house songs. Georgiana got her ties in early this morning. She said, "Let me pay up my money and we can get the show on the road." It is I had to clean my glasses. What changed them? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Girl, I ain't living without you. Do 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 do. I want your body, your body. What you say now? What you say now? Do 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 do. Jonesy in the Monesy. All right. I sent it 3 different ways. We'll see what happens. And Hold on. Shoot. Okay, here it is. Hold on, people. Sorry. I know this is a lot of time I'm taking. Diversity Alliance. The Mammoth County. How many people are here from Mammoth County or Ocean? I didn't even know there was a diversity alliance in Monmouth. Anyway, they tapped me to host their gala. I'm like, okay, all right. So I was like, you got to come on the show and tell people where y'all came from, what y'all about, who y'all stand with, who you stand against, what have y'all done, what you plan to do, and why should we care, right? And then we'll decide if y'all going to come and support me at the gala or not. Grayson, what is going on? Giddy, why you not in the backyard today? We love the birds. Hi, Delana. The MJ movie was great. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I've been seeing Nia Long doing press. That's the gala. Hey, that's the gala right there that we're talking about. It's on June. It's a Juneteenth gala. I honestly didn't even know that Monmouth County had enough Black people to fill a gala. I only see them at Christmas time at the mall. That's the only time Black people, at least in Manalapan, Marlboro, Freehold area, and nobody speaks to each other. None of the Black people out there speak. Unless y'all work together, sleep together, grew up together, or in an organization together. They do not speak to strangers. Black people in Monmouth County that don't know other Black people are not friendly. Sorry, there it is. I said it. I feel like a lot of people go to that area to hide out or to do a reset in life. There, Howell, Toms River, Asbury, they're down there. If they didn't grow up there and they migrated there, it's typically for a change. You have got a divorce or you need a fresh start and you need some time to get on your feet. So housing is a little less expensive than other parts of Jersey, but the quality of life is still great, grand. Giddy would love it. Farms, horses, quiet, town shut down at 8:30, 9 p.m. Like everyone does the sports on the weekend. Everyone does the four boys ice cream after the games. Everybody has their, you know what I mean? Towns like that. So if you young, single, and Black down there, you either just got out of jail on your way trying to not get caught to go there or coming out of some shit, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. All right, so Mr. Gade Hornsby will be joining us in a little while, as soon as they get the link. Hi, Nikki B. Hi, Joe Langley. So Thursday, Comedy in Harlem, I told you, it was amazing. It was, when I tell you, Giddy, we were officially wrapped up. Everyone had a prize by 10 to 10. We were in and out. So that's the third Thursday of every month, except this month it was the week after. Somebody tried to get a refund for, I believe, probably 3 pieces of merch. And you're probably right. But I had prom this weekend and I couldn't deal with that. So if that is you, just please email me at the Booking Jones and explain what happened, and I'll definitely refund. But I just don't want to be refunding and maybe it's sent, the merch sent or whatever. Hi, Tim Brown. So prom, junior prom was Thursday. I'll show you some pics. I should have loaded them up, but I didn't even want to. I didn't even post because I feel like my son's at the age where if he wants shit posted, he know how to post it himself. And I don't want him saying his mom's is in his business. She's in his business. His mom's in his business.
While you're looking for that, can I talk about something? Go. Oh, beautiful picture.
Right? Right? They made a stunning couple. And I have to say, all the kids at this particular pre-prom send-off, exquisite. And I say that because there was another prom, and this was not his school's prom. This was her school's prom, which would have been our local high school, Manalapan High, had we gone there. And everybody at this particular send-off had these $1,000 dresses and were sharp. Everybody. There was another prom. I don't want to say the school, but where it was how do I say it without saying it? He gonna kill me because I don't. Anyway, class versus not class. Yeah, that's a close up. And they had a good time. And then after that, the parents had rented a house. Which why did they rent? Why did we rent a house? Che couldn't go because he had football camp the next day. I'm going to show you some highlights of that. But why them kids bust holes in the wall? Why them kids tore that motherfucker house all the way down to the ground? Why the father that was in charge of the whole thing came in the parent chat and was like, "It's 20 bags of garbage that I've already picked up. Every sink, every toilet is flooded. This house is a mess. There's holes in the wall." And all the parents are like, "Oh my God, those kids need to be held accountable."
They're your kids.
Right.
How many kids was in there?
I think 50.
50?
Mm-hmm. So I think there were like 25, maybe 25 rooms or so. It was a big house.
Wow.
Yes. And they allegedly tore the house down. So I'm watching all the parents talk shit about the kids needing better manners and responsibility, and this is coming out of this one's allowance and blah, 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 blah. And why would they leave it like that? And then comes the first one with, well, so-and-so said that the toilets weren't flushing that well when she first got. I said, ding, here we go. Well, and my daughter took a picture and sent it to me. Those walls were old anyway. I sat quiet. I ain't saying that. I let everybody go. Then they're going, we're definitely not going to get our security deposits back after this. And it'll teach them a lesson. And I should have known and blah, 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 blah. We're not doing this for senior prom next year. And finally, the man, he goes, don't worry. All of the damages were built into the price that we paid. Apparently, this happens every year. So the owners got smart and built it in. They knew how the fuck it was going to go down. So we already paid the inflated price. So I'll wait. And then they go, despite everything that happened, I'm down to do it all again next year. And they start planning locations. They're like, let's do it here. And this time, let's rent houses next door. And let's do this and that. So I wait until it dies down. And I go, I don't know if I should be disappointed or relieved. Because Che missed it. He didn't arrive until late last night and wound up going straight to bed because he had football camp. And the mother whose son Che picked up, who also had camp, she joined right and was like, yup, thank Che for picking up my boy on the way down. They didn't get there until late. That's our way of saying, that's y'all. Not ours. You won't blame the one black kid. No, you won't. He was on the football field getting busy. Want to see? I bet I got this film. And it was raining. Ugh. All right, I'll show you. I'll start here. If you guys could see. So that's Shay with the red cleats on. Put that pressure on him, son. Then in the rain. I'm sitting in the rain. You see the raindrops coming down now? And I can't say shit. Because if he ain't complaining. So close. But he still stopped him from getting it, right? And this is thick rain. And I think that was, oh no, there's one more. Because he don't stop. So that was my weekend. Out in the rain, I had my umbrella hat. You know, the one that sits on my head and it's an umbrella, until the wind gusted and flew that bitch and almost took my ponytail with. And I said, you really want to play with the kid? Because I'll pack this whole thing up and go sit in the car like I usually do. Outrageous. Thank God I had a second umbrella next to me. I'm the hoarder. I'm the hoarder with a ShopRite bag with fruit for everyone, with extra umbrellas, with hand hot pads to heat yourself, like extra hats. Like,
you're just prepared.
Nobody should be that prepared. At some point, life has a life. But so that was my Saturday, and then I came home and didn't know what to do because Giddy got me all them channels. So I just I watched what documentary was that I started watching? The one with the basketball team with Rasheed Wallace. What team did Rasheed Wallace play for? Portland. They call them the Jailblazers.
Yeah. Okay.
Did y'all see the documentary on them? Oh my God. It was so interesting, entertaining. I wanted to fight their fans for them. I watched that. Then I started watching the Jerry Jones documentary called The Team or something they brought Deion Sanders back. They brought Mike Irvin back. They told how he bought the team and how he was $50 million in debt. And then something happened with one of his oil rigs. They struck oil and he made $100 million. He took $50 million, got a check, and bought the team with that. I watched that. Then I watched, what else did I watch? There's something with Taraji Henson called Imperfect Something that I need to watch, that I've been told I need to watch. I'm going to watch that today. I stayed my ass in bed all day yesterday because I didn't even get to Friday. Friday, we went to Skylark. Oh my God. We got to strike up the music because I got to set the scene for this. Jodeci was there. Everybody from the chat that said they was going to be there, nobody was there. It's all right because Jodeci got to have VIP treatment because the people from Le Cool Champagne, which is the Kool and the Gang kids, they're the heirs to the Kool and the Gang throne, and they've come up with a champagne called Le Cool. And they are a sponsor of Jonesy in the Morning, as well as our founding partner of Pink Champs. They had bottles popping. Jodeci was able to sit there. It was Courtney's birthday. Hey, Courtney. Hey. Her birthday is really not until the 30th, but we brought Kenny Bobian to perform. You guys know who Kenny Bobian is, right? You about to hear the song. Boy, do I have a story. First, I got to see how many people know Kenny Bobian. Let me get to Imperfect Women with Carrie is so good. All right, Marcus, thank you. Let me put my where is the thing for the, oh gosh, Kitty, I'm about to fuck it up. The thing for the comments to be shown. Okay, there we go. Right. To rent that huge bouncy house. So what's, oh, they were, so wait, I'm back in the scroll. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to answer everybody. What? Stop. Go into the thing. So back to the prom talk. Where were the adults? I don't know. And I think I'm a bad mom because I should have known. And I think they said that there was a couple that was going to be right next door. I don't know. But if you next door, you're not inside when the potential shenanigans are happening, right? And Jay was like, that's why I didn't want to be. Shut up. Because you be shenaniganing too. And they're teenagers. They're supposed to be shenaniganing. I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I'm overly lenient because my mom was so locked down with me. So I'm overly lenient. Love is confidence. You can see it in his plague. I don't know. I think that's a typo, I think. Thank you, Georgiana. Yeah, the guy that I paid to, what just happened? The guy that I paid to record, he said his equipment would get destroyed in the rain. So, Georgiana, I did everything. I did the warm up, the drills, him stretching, everything. I was not going, I will not be. Nope. I'm very corrective. I'm very corrective, connective tissue. When I make a mistake, and this is one thing that I notice about me in the workplace. You know, people always, it's convenient for people to label you as difficult or whatever. But I think that my walk away from the block, or at least what they learned from me, is that whenever they had some criticism or critique, I would immediately put it into effect. And they always would take note of that. Like, you jump right in. You don't push back. So I hope that they spread the word. Because, you know, after I start exposing them, they're not going to like me so much. And I don't want them to lie and say I was difficult because they know I'm very corrective, connective tissue, always, you know, trying to fix, always looking for ways to improve. So I say all that to say that I hope that's in the DNA with my sons. And I think that it is. Delana, football in the rain. All I kept saying is, girl, you only got 12 months left of this shit. You got one season and one summer of practice, and you'll be good. So Kenny Bobian, let me get to that. That's what I wanted to. That's where we were. Oh my goodness. Friday night at the Skylark. So let me find this. Great performance. Actually, before I do that, I think I have video of it. Did I send it to you, Giddy? Jodeci, was it a time? All right, here we go. Wait, let me connect this to the Bluetooth. So you can get the whole, I need you to get all the things. I need you to get all the things. Oh no, not that one, this one.
Bluetooth connected.
I hope to this one.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay. I had to do it, or I had to do the video, y'all. Wait.
For the house hands tonight. For the house hands back tonight. Baby, I love you. Look in the house tonight.
So the story, when I went over to the booth for them to introduce me to him and me to introduce him to the crowd to start performing, he pulls me in and he goes, "Tarsha, you know Eddie died." I'm like, how does he know my name is Tarsha? And who the fuck is Eddie, right? But I'm trying not to break the mood, so I'm going along and I'm like, wait, what? He said, "Child, Eddie died." So now I'm saying to myself, Kenny, Eddie. And then I go, oh, Kenny? From Kenny and Eddie, my fellow background singers for Dougie Fresh? Like, what? This is you? He said, "Child, you ain't know." He said, "Eddie died, child." And he ain't tell nobody. He went into the whole thing. And I'm still catching up with the fact that this is my friend who, when I first got discovered by Dougie Fresh, and we went on the road to, he was with Busted Records with MC Hammer, and they flew us out to LA. There were two background singers that did his whole album. The album was called, what was the album called? Bustin' Out, I think. Bustin' Out, I think that was the name of the Dougie Fresh album. It was Dougie and it was right before the new Give Fresh Core. It was a new Give. Anyway, Kenny and Eddie sing that, obviously. The duo, they was getting all the background work for everybody, for Christopher Williams, for everybody that was doing stuff, we'll call that duo. So when I got there, I met them and we became the trio, right? Because I'm the new, they were my friends. Like we used to talk so much shit about Doug not paying nobody on time, if at all. Child, we ate together, woke up together, watched TV together, traveled together, like, and I did not realize that was Kenny Bobian. I had no idea. So it was good. But when he said Tarsha, Eddie died, I'm like, who we fighting? I didn't know what. I didn't know. And then I was like, wait, he died. And then we went through the whole thing. This is right before showtime. So I'm like, I don't even mean to take you there, but you caught me off guard. He was like, yeah, girl, this happened. And what happened to this one. And child, when I say I've been around and you are my friend, I've been around. I've been outside before most motherfuckers that claim, oh, we 90. No, nigga, I was outside. For real. I'm not even going to tell you who I connected with yesterday. I'm not even going to tell you. She is so big. But we connected, and I had to start with you probably don't remember me, but you was my first stylist. She was like, of course I remember. So she's coming on the show. She's going to do Pink Jams. She has a new book out. Her name is Michaela Angela Davis, and she has a book called Tenderheaded. And when I tell you, she is an icon of fashion, of the culture, of the transformation of fashion in the culture. And she's doing such huge things. She's regaled in that space, if you will. And I was just watching her, and I was like, wow. I remember when I was on Stepson Records, and I think she was new to the game. I was new to the game. She's very earthy, very organic. And then she's gone on to blow up and grow and be successful. And so I feel like God is circling me back to like people from my core days that I didn't even think counted for anything, right? We're all kids trying to find our way, trying to just eat, hoping that this dream can be ours, because there weren't many young Black kids making it in the industry back then. You had the Whitneys, you had the bitches in the evening gowns, right? And then you had the dudes with the shoulder pads singing R&B, but you didn't have kids our age making it. And we were in the trenches, and we made it. We made a dream be real, and some of us were able to sustain our livelihoods off of a dream, nothing but a dream. So when I see Kenny Bobian now, and I'm like, well, after that, we sat down at the table. Jodeci will tell you. See, Jodeci, ain't you? God worked it out for you. Traveling light came in handy that night. You got VIP next to me, Kenny, and all my people, and the Lake Cool Champagne, and the Cool and the Gang family was there. Yeah. Always be a thing. Jones, you always got a story. Giddy, I always got a story, but my stories be like unique stories.
Be nice if I was unmuted. It's definitely unique. It's definitely a time capsule.
It's a time capsule.
Yep.
And as soon as I left, or maybe not as soon as, but the next day, I text Doug to tell him.
Yeah, he probably was shocked.
I think so. And then he tried to FaceTime me last night. But I was watching the documentary, so I put it to...
You was occupied with the TV.
I hit it because you never know if it's an emergency. And when you don't talk to someone every day,
right?
You're like, is he calling about Kenny? And, is he calling about Eddie? Did he not know that Eddie died? But I was like, I pulled it up, I waved, and then I hung up.
You hung up.
I called him back today.
He was like, what the?
I'll call you back. You took your time in calling me back about Kenny, nigga. Now I'll call you back.
Can I just bring up something? My Thursday event was great. And I want to big up, of course, my buddy, Big John, all the time coming through, helping me break down. But
I was gonna do your applause for you, but go ahead.
Oh, you was gonna do my applause? Oh, okay. But my event was with Beacon of Light. For those that you don't know, they're an organization that specializes in young women that get pregnant and gives them another choice besides abortion. It's a very good situation. I even spoke to them about coming on the show, so they're thinking about it. I think it'll be a good look.
Can I ever do your applause?
I'm so used to my hands are up here.
I know. I got you. I'm doing gongs. I'm doing all.
Yeah, that was my event, and it was great. It was great.
I'm glad
I'm
that
glad
you,
there's an organization out there like that.
right. I'm glad that you were able to bring that information here, right? Because we didn't know that there were, I'm sure, but we got connection to one now. So definitely. And it's prom season. So we need to get them abortion conversations going.
Yeah, and I didn't know. Apparently, when women Google when they get pregnant and they Google any information, you know, the first thing that normally comes up is about this abortion pill. They have confirmed that, and that's crazy.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, they
why is it crazy?
Because that's the first thing that that the world is going to give you a choice of. Not.
But I thought they were so pro the babies. Have the babies. Oh, well, have the babies. You can't have.
Somebody forgot to tell Google.
They want the babies so they can rape them and assault them and eat them and do things that those cave people do. But congratulations on a successful event and you being, of course, it was going to be successful with you at the helm, but congratulations on that. All right, so we got, who said 10 City? Oh, I love 10 City. Colonel Abrams, Sybil, New Jersey, house music, fire. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Who's that? I need Miss Jones to do her Cadillac Chronicles. I'm slated to do my Cadillac Chronicles May 18th, but thank you, Kia Jeffries, for hooking that up. But I have to reschedule because I am taking an impromptu trip out to Arizona. Jalen doesn't know, but I'm pulling up on it, nigga.
Just told him by talking about it now.
He's that's how he sleep. He ain't paying me no mind. He is not gonna go back through the live. Pull up on it. Yes. So Philly Chica, yeah. So I was slated for May 18th. May 17th, I was going to do Acanelli's strip club brunch on Sundays. I don't think they're stripping on the Sunday, but it's Ace of Diamonds, I think, is the name of his strip club. It's big. He has like a whole chain.
But they don't strip on Sundays?
No, we're not doing the stripping on Sundays. They don't. It's just a brunch. It's an after church brunch. Shut up, Giddy. And so because him and Kia did me a solid by popping out when we did 90s Girls in Atlanta, I told him I would do his brunch, but it didn't happen that week. So I was trying to do it around Cadillac Chronicles. So I was going, but he has not responded. So I'm like, if I'm not going to do Cadillac Chronicles, if I'm not going to do the brunch, I'm not going to do Cadillac Chronicles because I want to do them both together. So I'll probably do it. I think we changed the date to something in June or July. But thank you, Phil Chica. Cadillac Chronicles definitely. Yes, Monifa did it. Did y'all see Monifa do it? I'm back in the stroll. Thank you, Big John. Thank you for helping out Giddy and y'all always being in support of each other. Giddy, thank you for bringing John to my awareness and over here. Grayson, what you got cooking over there? R&B bingo was great. Like I said, everybody wound up walking away with a prize. We didn't have a long time before people won. It was, we're going to correct. We are corrective, connective tissue over here. King of Diamonds. That's what it is. King of Diamonds. How you strip club? We find out. We find out, Eric. How you titties in your mouth? Titties in your mouth. Yup. Put it in your mouth, Kia Jeffries. Yup. King of Diamonds. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do Cadillac Chronicles while I'm out there. Knock them both out. Now, speaking of knocking both out, we have an amazing 90s Girl concert, and we are going to Punta Cana. Yep. Me, Allure, Coffee Brown, Gina Thompson, Monifa, and Renee from Janae are going to be performing in Punta Cana, and you can join us. September 3rd through the 7th. You don't have to stay all the days, but if you do, if you can, we'd love to have you there. We have information for you. We have a link that's going to guide you as to Where are we staying? We're not staying at the Hard Rock Cafe. That I tell you. Ain't nobody paying that type of money. Lala, if you're in here, I don't know if you're in here, Lala. We got to do videos. Matter of fact, let me leave that in the group chat because I'll forget. Been around, been around, been around. Been around, been around, been around. Wait, why can't find my you know what's happening? They're trying to switch messages. And so you can't. All right, hold on. Good morning, 90s girls, angels. Good morning, Jonesy's angels. Y'all be multitasking at y'all desk too. So, where are we? Oh, thank you, Trinero. I feel like my dad is pushing a lot of stuff through. Are the gala people here? Or no? Is that what? Oh, that's Punta Cana. This is the Punta Cana link in the information. Bright eyes. You're talking about Michaela? Oh, Nick, I hope you're feeling better. You know, I think with the weather going back and forth, it got sunny, and then the allergy stuff started happening, and then it got windy, so I think it started blowing the pollen all around. That might be why you got an allergy attack. Hi, Moon Girl. Yep, they screwed me over with the switching messages. You can't see everything unless you switch over, and the new messaging is totally different. Yep. And I still am holding on to the old messaging. Just trying to get all the Nikki Blue. I know y'all be multitasking too, child. That's the link for Punta Cana. Mother's Day is approaching. Actually, before that, this weekend, I don't know if you guys are aware or you do galas and events, but the Bergen County Links are throwing their annual Mother's Day brunch at, I think it's at the Venetian in Garfield, New Jersey. Do we have a flyer for that or the link for that? There we go. I am the mistress of ceremonies. I am very pleased to be honored by being their mistress. They do so much for the community and so much for the greater good of mankind, especially the Bergen chapter of the Links, but Links all over, but especially the Bergen chapter. So that's where I'll be this Saturday. I know Natalie's going to. Come on, Natalie. There she goes. See you Saturday at the Links event. Come on, Natalie. See, I know who in here is for what. I know who y'all are. I know I'm getting to know what y'all like. And then Sunday, I feel like Sunday something's happening. I'm forgetting, and I'm on the hook for something. Like I took somebody's first half. But next weekend, actually Mother's Day weekend, I don't know about you guys. I like celebrating on my own, like without the kids and stuff. Saturday, I'm going to be out in Long Island with Yvette Michelle. I'll be hosting. She'll be performing at Backstage, Woodmere. I think it's called Woodmere Lanes in Woodmere, New York. That's Long Island. Y'all know New Movement Entertainment with Will. It should always be packed. He did the white party last year when y'all saw me in the white. He did 90s Girls in Atlanta. So he's doing a pre-Mother's Day event Saturday. Here it is. Mom and Me. Can you play that video? Or no? Did I just get a poster? Did I just put a flyer?
It's no sound on the video. It's just a moving picture.
Okay. So that's this Saturday. If you got time, you in the area, or you want to stop by and see me, Yvette Michelle. And she's going to be performing. Then I'm going to take the mic and do a sing-along with all the yous. And then the next day will be, there's a spot down in Newark called Dutch's. Les Cool Champagne, since I'm the ambassador, I'll be hosting their Mother's Day brunch. It's the first annual Mother's Day brunch. They've got like a violinist. It's very, very, very. So I don't know, Giddy, if we got the flyer for that. I know it's on my Instagram page. But that's at Dutch's from 2 to I think like 8. You don't have to be there for the whole duration, but if you want to pop out for Mother's Day and do that. And then, unrelated, Jodeci gonna be in Brooklyn at the King's Theater. I have an interesting question. Of course you do, Philly Chica. Yes, Brick City. Yup. I'm both. Got to be. Shit, I can't wait. Keep waiting on checks from the institution. Should your partner buy you a Mother's Day gift and his mom, or just his mom? What do y'all think? Bye, Elaine. Thank you for showing up to Comedy in Harlem and helping out. That's a question. She wants to know about partners buying gifts. Does it matter how long you've been with the partner? Because depending on how long y'all been together, y'all got kids? Go ahead, Giddy. Come up and answer. I can't hear you.
That was my question, whether they had kids together or whether it doesn't matter together, whether she was a parent or not. Me, in my past, if the person I was with was a parent, I did both.
Okay. But you definitely do your partner.
Right. Especially if they're a parent.
You acknowledge that.
Yeah, you do.
Is it wrong to not want to necessarily celebrate with children at the table in the restaurant, cutting up, carrying on? Because then it just becomes you being mom out in public. I always thought the purpose of Mother's Day was for a mother to be able to do whatever she wants, whether that be stay in the bed all day and cry because she misses her mother, or stay in the bed and sleep, or just watch TV, just being off the clock. That's what I always thought.
Philly Chica needs to call, or she needs to come up.
No, she needs to sit her ass down. No, because Philly Chica is doing too much. No.
You see the question she asked? Does it matter? Does you spend money on both? What does the amount of money you spend matter? It's a gift, right? It shouldn't matter about the amount, right? I don't think so.
All right, you could stay since you agree with me, Philly Chica. What do y'all think Mother's Day is supposed to be, or what has it been? Like, I don't want any extra holiday. I don't want any extra white man holidays on my old man's back. Here come Grayson. Why can't I get him up? I can't get. Oh, there you go. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Yeah, same to you. You had a busy weekend.
I kind of did. I was so grateful for yesterday to be off. So I think I'm rested.
It's always good. Always good to.
You missed good ones, though. You missed good ones this weekend.
Yeah, I had to work overtime, so money.
Yeah, no. I know you be about your business. What's going on entertainment world-wise?
Let's get into it. The Trump stage. Well, I say it was staged.
All right. So here's what.
Go ahead.
So you give the story.
Okay.
Right? Give the story. Drop the story, the facts, everything, and then like Lauren LaRosa, she gives the story and says, someone's reporting that such and such and such and such and such and such, and then you drop it.
Got you.
Okay. Facts.
So, someone apparently tried to assassinate the President Trump in the White House Correspondents' Dinner that they normally have yearly. The reason why they didn't have it at the White House was because he is trying to do this ballroom thing and stuff like that. So they had it at a hotel that didn't have the adequate security that the White House normally has. And as you've shown, the gentleman, he was still eating and stuff like that or whatever while everything was going down. They actually pushed out Vance before they did President Trump. But President Trump, said that it was propaganda and stuff like that. And
what?
Yeah.
Giddy, do you have did I send you a clip of that? I'm looking at my notes. Oh, I like how you separated everything, Giddy.
No, you didn't, but that's easy to find. Which part do you want? Do you want to see about you want to see a clip on what happened, or you want to see a clip about the guy? Because I saw two things.
I would like to get a full clip of exactly what happened, where it says Thursday night, blah, 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 blah. People were gathered, da, 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 da. It was how many people, so we can get a visual of what it looked like in there. And I have to say that even though, and this is without hearing the official story because I'm over the attempts and nobody actually making it, that even though it was not being held at the White House, usually security is even more, at outside events. They come in weeks, months in advance. They do sweeps. They investigate everybody. So that's bullshit that it wasn't adequate security because it was being held at a hotel. That's why I want to get the story. I want to get the actual story and see if that's the lie they're trying to go with. Or is that your assessment that because it was not in the White House, it wasn't accurate security?
No, that was his from his camp. I personally know that they do sweeps a month before because I worked in a hotel where Michelle Obama was staying, and they came. The Secret Service came a month before to do a sweep. Who was who? What? How many floors?
Right.
You have.
So you can speak to this because you work in that industry, and everyone knows who's where when they're supposed to be there. Every ass is accounted for.
So yes.
So was the shooter allegedly a black guy this time?
I don't know.
Okay. So don't
I'm not gonna speak on that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything that but
okay. But I hear that the person was black. So and we know ain't nothing black getting near the White House, the white people, the whiteness of DC at all. Moving on. Next story.
Next story is Jim Jones was at a Lowe's this weekend.
Lowe's is MAGA, by the way.
Oh, really?
I believe so. Let me
Their
ask
CEO
that.
is well, you never know. The CEO is African American. I like him, but
wait,
I know Home Depot is definitely MAGA.
Wait, was Lowe's the good one or is Lowe's MAGA? Let me make sure. Let me hold that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm looking on my phone. You can go ahead with the story.
Okay. So yeah, so apparently he was trying to return something, some locks or something that he had bought or something, and the man, and it was priced incorrectly. And what happened was
If he's
the
trying to
manager,
return something, what does the pricing incorrect? Why does he care? He's giving it back.
yeah, but he was complaining about it to customer service, and the manager just swooped past. And as you always say, leave black people alone. Manager swooped past, said his piece a little bit or whatever, and he wasn't talking to the manager yet. There's the video. Go ahead. Get.
Decided to take upon itself to tell me what I've done wrong. So tell the people that you're mad that I found these locks for $78 because y'all put the wrong price. Y'all put the wrong price. You don't want to look at me now? You just had a lot to say. You don't have nothing to say? You're mad that I found. What's up, dog? How you feeling? They had the price under it, and we know that all stores, when you make a mistake and keep the items under the price, they have to honor it. You came over here while I was having a conversation with a nice black young lady and proceeded to say, oh, if we place our items anywhere, then that's the price, right? That's how you treat a customer at Lowe's? Are you the manager? You said you're the manager, right? So instead of de-escalating the situation, you added fuel to the fire. You didn't come over here with customer service. You came over here with bad service. Huh? Why? Because I'm a black man trying to do good things? Or what was it? Because I was talking to a black lady. Huh? You have nothing to say? Well, this is going right to Lowe's. Right to Lowe's. I hope that you got your job right. What's up, brother? How you feeling? What's up, bro? How you feeling? They trying to kick me out because they made the wrong price on their stuff. So ask them. And the guy said, yes, it is $78. Remember, you're going to be viral. You're going to be viral. I don't think Lowe's is going to like this. You see how they treat? You see how they treating us, Lowe's? You're going to be viral in the morning. Lowe's. This is how you manage it. This is how you manage your acts, Lowe's. My name is Joseph Jones. Joseph Jones.
Joseph came out. Joseph came out. Giddy, there's more. Why'd you stop it? Anyway, long to the short, when I read the comments, there was one person that was trying to attack Jimmy and saying, you better hope 50 doesn't get a hold of this. You looking like you down bad. And my comment to that is, please stop being ignorant and stop being stupid. What he was doing, but first of all, stop holding these artists to a higher level, like the money never runs out, or like we don't realize that he hasn't had a big hit out in many, many years, right? So stop acting like he don't have a regular life like ours. He went and got the same snow blower I got. So I know that nigga ain't boiling like he once was. So stop. Be happy. Be proud that he was able to articulate himself without cussing every other word, right? Let me applaud myself for that because Giddy is busy. Be proud that he held that manager to task and was able to videotape, and the manager looked hella uncomfortable and tried to ignore, and then he put up a placard that said we can refuse service to anybody. No, you can't. Not when you took my money and I'm trying to either return something or there's no reason. That's just discrimination. Because if that's the case, I can put that placard up in my Jack and Jill chapter and say we have the right to reserve membership to anybody. But that's discrimination. You just can't do that. Mm-hmm. Thirdly, is what he's saying against the greater good of us, or is it in our favor? How many times have these stores taken advantage of us by pricing things one way, and then you find out later on it was either overpriced, they had the wrong sticker on it, and then you either don't be bothered to go back and get your difference of money, or you don't want to make it look like you're pressed for money. So I am thankful that someone with his background is going in there and fighting a good fight. And I'm trying to ignorant egos trying to make our people feel stupid or feel poor. Feel poor, that's what that was, feel poor, by pointing out price disparages. And they may not be MAGA, but they definitely rolled back DEI. So how you low it? Never again. That's how. Moving on. You have something else?
No, I was just gonna add that you know that doesn't matter how much money in the bank you have, you know that kudos to to him and what he said, and you know his mother raised him right, who you had on the show last week, by the way. So
Mama Jones. Yep.
yeah.
Thank you, Grayson Media. Appreciate you,
Um.
my friend. Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, there was one more thing. You said no to Megan Thee Stallion stuff. Um, there was one more thing. I forgot, but I'll digress. If I do, I'll email you.
All right.
Take
We'll
care.
pop back up.
All right. Bye.
Tell them where they can catch you.
Oh, tonight we're having mayor candidate tonight on YouTube. Mayor candidate, he's running for mayor of Newark, New Jersey. His name is Noble Milton, and we'll be talking to him tonight on YouTube and Facebook.
He's going against Raz Baraka.
I don't know if Raz is running. I know Raz ran for governor when against Mikey Sherrill in the primary. I don't know. I think he's not tapped out. I think he's just like, you know.
How you grace in politics and you don't know?
Well,
it's all right. I'm meeting with his brother at 2:00 today. I'll find out.
Yeah, I know you got inside exactly. So
I'll find out. Thank you.
Bye, Jonesy.
Bye. How you grace in politics? How you grace in politics and don't know if Raz can run again? I don't know. Moving on. I told you last week about the clothing companies poisoning us, and the story continues. It's the cheap clothing, not just at Temu and Shein, but even at Amazon. And they knowingly are using formaldehyde, I think it is, in the clothing. And then when you put it on, that shit gets in your skin. And then you wonder where the cancer came from. So if you feel like, you know, you got tough skin, pardon the pun, that's your business. But as far as kids and babies go, off limits for the cheap clothing. Michelle Obama has people talking, and I think we have audio on that, or video, hopefully. She was sitting down with Tracy Ellis, who, by the way, you know Tracy Ellis, Diana Ross's daughter, has a white dad, a Jewish dad, actually. And they were on Michelle Obama's, was it Michelle's podcast? She was talking about our hair being touched and the things.
If you
What
have
is that?
watch that video, don't move any further. Go that way and then come back to us. So I have a colleague, let's call them a little birdie, dropped another lawsuit in my email, and y'all, we are here to talk about everybody. Grab your snacks. Nobody is off limits today. We are talking about Fashion Nova, Temu, Amazon, Tickety Tockety Shop. Lululemon is in this. This clothing and toxicity thing is way worse than we ever thought. And y'all, let's just jump right on into it. Let me grab my glasses. So when it comes to fast fashion like Shein, Temu, Amazon, Tickety Tockety Shop, they all come from the same manufacturer in China. And then the sellers just distribute their clothes on these multiple platforms. And depending on which platform you're on, the price may vary, but y'all, basically it's all the same. So you might have the same garment on Shein that's a couple dollars, and then it's more expensive on Amazon. Exhibit A. But it has the same toxic chemicals because both things came from the same manufacturer in China, and the chemicals is trying to kill us. When it comes to sites like Fashion Nova, they basically like, honey, proceed at your own risk. We told y'all.
All right, enough. You get the gist. We don't need her and her, all of that, trying to get y'all to hang on watching. Don't fuck with it. If you do, understand what you might be getting. Bigger medical bills later. So is it worth saving a few pennies over here when it's going to have to go over there to the doctor next? All right. And more important news. I saw a video of a man walking his dog, letting the dog pee on the outer patch of grass between the other man's lawn and the curb. That outer patch of grass that's right at the curb. And the man apparently does this every day. So on this day, the owner came out with his partner, and we actually have video of what happened.
surveillance video. What this shows is that a man walking his dog out of his home, and then he lets the dog urinate on the grass in front of his neighbor's home. Now, in just a moment, the man's female partner comes out of the house, and then she joins him there while the dog is urinating. Well, they're neighbors, two men come out of their home. They walk past the couple. They have some words with the couple, and then the two men both urinate on the couple's lawn. One of them in one spot, one of them in another. After that, they turn around, and once again, they have words with the couple. The woman then smacks the man wearing the red shorts on his back. He turns to swing at her, and then there is an all-out brawl between the four of them. Now, police say the 34-year-old man who was upset about the dog urinating in his yard stabbed the couple. The woman, who is 39 years old, was stabbed in the hand. The man, who is also 39, was stabbed in the back. And then the suspect's father was also stabbed. He was stabbed in the hand while trying to intervene. Tonight, the suspect is in custody and the knife has been recovered. But
all right. I know people love their animals, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's your fucking animal. Let him pee on your grass. When animal pee, that has acid in it, by the way, when animals pee on the grass, it turns the grass a color, and ultimately it dies. And again, let them fuck up your grass. I don't even care. I don't care that you're bringing down the property value of the whole block. That's your grass. You do what you want with it. For you to walk down here because he's tired of peeing on your shit, or this is the grass that he loves because he's marked it. No, everybody don't love your fucking dog. Shoot. I came home one day and my neighbor, Kim, her husband had the dog up in like my doorway. Not even just on the grass, up in my, like, I said, if you don't get the fuck, and I called Kim, I said, so your husband thinks that it's okay. First of all, I told y'all, stop bringing your dog all the fuck way down here. Stop bringing your dogs down here. It was a townhouse row, right? So they would really fuck around and go to the last house over there towards the end and let all their dogs go and shit and pee, shit, play, whatever, to the point where the little Indian lady said she got mice because of that. So now they tired of going down there. So you think any grass will do? I don't give a fuck if it's a townhouse. My kids play out on this lawn, and they deserve to play without having to wonder if they're going to tumble in a pile of poo. And even if you pick it up, you're not getting the residue that be left on the leaves, on the grains of grass, the blades. You ain't getting it all up. And I don't fucking want it there. How about that? So I tried to sit there and watch all day. That got old. Because I got ADD. So I can't, you got to keep my attention. But then I put the camera and I was able to step to some people and say, please stop bringing your dog to my grass to pee. But it's the community. No, it's not. It's not the community's grass. But since they didn't listen, I went and got poison. Yup. I went and got fucking poison. What was it that I got? Let me say I got poisonous things. I looked up. I told I'm sorry. Go. Nope, don't mute my mic. No, I don't care. I don't care. I looked up what is poisonous, what will make them not want to come here no more. So first I got these plastic things that have pointy things in them that their little paws would be out. Yup, get the fuck on. I got those, right? But I needed to get like 40 of them to cover the whole thing. And I was like, ain't nobody got time for that, right? And besides, when the landscaper comes, he ain't gonna be able to cut the grass. And if he does, he gonna throw them shits everywhere. So then I went and got, what was it that I ordered? Was it cinnamon? No, motherfucking red pepper flakes. Them bitches don't like that. Oh no. And I got the big, huge, put that shit. And then I made sure that when I saw them coming down the block, anybody with a dog, I let them see me putting that shit on my grass. So they could be like, what is that? And I would be like, pepper flakes to keep y'all animals away from fucking up my little patch of grass that I paid for. And sure enough, they stopped coming around. They stopped. And I would tell them, if you keep bringing your dogs, one day it won't be pepper flakes. I said, I'm serious, y'all. It's going to be poison. It's going to be something. It's going to be bleach. It's going to be something that's going to cause you a huge vet bill. It's going to be a problem. Because I don't fucking care. I don't care. Your dog is your dog. Stop expecting everybody else to love your dog and to be understanding. Oh, well, he got to go. I don't give a fuck. That's why I don't have one. That's your problem. And just because I don't want your dog on my lawn, don't try and paint me out as the animal hater on the block. Not that I care about that. Little shitty ass block. Fuck that block and them dogs, by the way. All up in my door. I'm like, why are you up? There's not even grass up here. Why is it like, get out of here? Get out of here. Does that make me a fucking animal hater, y'all? Let me tell you something. The fact that him and his roommate went and peed themselves on their lawn, that shit is grand prize. That is motherfucking.
The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight. The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight. The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight. Yeah. The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight.
I don't think it rose to that. But the only reason they might be going to jail is because of public indecency. That's it. But in that case, then I have a cup of pee and pour that shit on their lawn. Every time you bring yours over here, the fuck I'm going to urine. Guys, tell me, am I doing the most? How would you guys react? Communities that are mindful of raising their children and animals are generally much better off than those communities that do not. Yep. They got the point. What's the difference in an animal peeing? What if I don't have a dog? Pee is pee. Just stop. Literally walk their dog across the street in front of my house. Right, stop. Why are you coming across the street? Go to the dog park. That means you don't fuck with him neither. The fact that you don't feel like taking him to the dog park, that makes you a bad dog parent. Thank you, Moby. Thank you guys for the super chats and for the cash apps. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, fuck out of here with your funky ass the fuck dog. Maybe I'll do a mixture of both. Cayenne pepper. Was it the cayenne or was it the red pepper? I think it was the red pepper flakes because I looked it up. But Amazon mom, see you right there with me. See, Giddy, I'm not the only one. She knew what it is. LL and his daughter. No, what happened with LL and his daughter? Shut up, Brick City. I'm not going. Pepper flakes are terrible. Cayenne pepper and lime powder. Okay, thank you for the combination. Hopefully I won't have that problem. See the folks out here, and this is real lawn. I'm on a corner unit, so I got more grass for that app. I need to take advantage of this space. I need to really take advantage of this space. I think I'm going to get, like, not an inflatable pool, but like a plastic pool that Giddy could help me put up and take down. Why not, Giddy? My kids are like, we will never get in they said they would never get
you have an inflatable pool in your yard and you get in it, somebody needs to take some video.
Somebody's going to jail. So if it's not the inflatable one, it can be the hard one, just not a permanent above ground. What's wrong with above ground pools? I don't understand the whole.
Nothing.
Water.
That's the one I had, and that's the one that's getting put in as an above ground. It's not. I can't dig in my grass, my
because it's roots from trees.
No, has nothing to do with that.
Like underground
Yeah,
Septic?
I got a well back there.
Got you. Okay. No, but then there's a step below an official above ground pool and a step above an inflatable pool. That's the step I want to take.
You can have, there are some above ground pools that you can put semi in ground. We're making that decision whether mine's going to be semi in ground right now. And it's only like 3-4 inches in ground. If it is in ground, it's not really in ground like you would think.
I don't want to do that because I don't own this property. And you got to get all types of permits and shit.
So you
when
want
you do
the
that.
above, right?
Yeah, no. You going to put yours attached to the house with a deck and all that stuff?
Yeah. But
no, I'm not doing that.
You have a backyard?
I have a backyard. I have a side yard. I have a front yard. I have the whole corner. I want a trampoline. I want
Oh my goodness. That's the insurance company's worst nightmare is a trampoline. They'd rather for you to have a pool than a trampoline.
Well, they can't say shit if it's a movable pool. Like there are pools that you can get. They can?
Yes, they can.
But they got to catch me first. I want a movable pool. I'm going to find a movable pool. Move. A movable pool today. I need a movable pool. Move. A movable pool today. I'm going to find me a movable pool. Right, Miss C? Thank you. Don't just come over here and fucking pee because I'm black. Who said anything about the color? The cat, the dog don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you teaching your dog in your house. Don't come over here.
Lucky you don't live out here by me. I walk outside in the morning to a bunch of pellets, massive, from the freaking deer.
Oh, that's different. They were here first. You can't build it on their little playing field of nope, that's on you.
Did I tell you the time that the bear took a crap on my walkway?
The bear?
Yeah.
It was that close?
Yes.
You saw it?
I have it on ring.
Did it make an alarm when he was there? You know, a chime, and you saw him shitting?
Yes, it's on camera.
So you ain't go out there and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, and I would have been mauled up somewhere.
You got a shotgun. And you got a tranquilizer. You got everything, Giddy. I'm convinced.
I don't mess with bears. And the reason why he did it is because he was coming around and the pool was up. Aiden did not want to go to the pool because I've got horns all over the place because of this. So he didn't want to go to the pool. So he was coming to eat the bird feed that my neighbors had up. That's like candy to them. So I told him about it. They took down the bird feeders. That next day, he came to my walkway, took a dump right there in my walkway.
He said, nigga, you want to cut off my supply? You think I ain't see that little exchange y'all had? And what did Aiden not wanting to swim have to do with the story?
Because the bear kept coming. He's coming through the backyard, through the front. So
you're saying so that's why Aiden don't even want to go to the pool.
He didn't want to go to the pool at that time because even though there's a horn there, if he's in the pool and the bear comes, he couldn't get out and get in the house. He wasn't trying to hear that.
Yeah, y'all need to come back to Harlem. This is too much. Like, no, you need to come back to Harlem. That's too much. I can't even gather. Like, and now you got poor Aiden sweating and hot, can't even enjoy the pool. And then the bear catching feelings. Like, how's the bear catching feelings and saying, oh, yeah, you want shit on me? I'll show you how it's done. LL's daughter, they went to Chanel store in Madison and clerk told the daughter to put the bag down only for VIP buying. LL called CEO of Chanel. Clerk was dismissed immediately. Oh, okay, nice. Nice. Very nice. I love when they wield the black power. I love the blackness of it all. I love the eliteness of it all. That's me. I have front, back, side, yard. Yeah, and I don't take advantage of it. Cookout at Jonesy's here, right? Who cooking? Right? I ain't say no. I just said who cooking. Yes, I need the movable pool. And I had one because, and I gave it away to the nanny because idiot boy Ain't useful for shit. Couldn't bring money in, wouldn't keep money from going out. I said the least you could do is learn how to put shit together around the house. Couldn't put together Christmas toys, put the fucking the pedal on the bike on back, but just dumb. So I wound up giving the movable pool to the nanny. There is a step between. I know, I'm gonna find it. Somewhere there's a pool just for me. And I'm gonna jump in that bitch. When I do, I'm gonna go, Brenda, straight off the trampoline into the movable pool. Yup. Hi, voyeur. Yup. Miss C gonna cook. You the grill master? He was very calm and put phone call on speaker. I'm glad. Because everybody in that bitch needed to know. Was it an old rickety bitch? That old school racism hits different. I need to know, Chop Girl, was it an old rickety white bitch that got let go? That really needed that job. That would make my nipples rock solid right now to find that out. What's going on with this show today? Who is what? All right, next topic while we get those, we all bring a dish and Giddy on the grill. They got you on the grill now, Giddy. So Giddy, in that spirit, have you ever had bear meat?
No. You could you imagine what that tastes like? What does bear eat? Bears eat trash.
So do pigs, and bacon smell good.
I've never had or thought about having bear meat.
But we eat all other types of meat, and we don't know what they eating.
I've never even heard people up here saying they eat bear meat.
Okay.
Now they eat deer, they eat everything, but I've never heard of somebody eating bear meat.
Have you eaten rabbit before?
No.
I've eaten rabbit when I was up in Syracuse.
How was it?
It's a thing. It tastes like all dark meat. It looks gray, like brown. No, it's the whole rabbit is dark meat. So it's not dry like white meat of chicken.
Oh,
so imagine
does it taste like chicken?
Yes. Yes.
Have you eaten frog before?
Yes. While I was in Illinois.
What does that taste like?
Very rubbery. And you season it however you season it. Like however the restaurant does it. Mine were fried. It just was very chewy.
Never had either.
Do you like duck?
Yes.
I love duck.
Yes, when it's cooked right.
I love
is that crunch. That's why you eat the pig skin, is that crunch. I love pork rinds.
Yep. That's why I like paneer.
That too. Oh man, you need. I got 2 of them frozen in my daggone freezer.
Yeah, I love paneer, and I make a mean one, but it has to be intentional. Like I have to have 2 days to do it because I make my own, and I let it sit.
Every holiday,
cooking
every holiday there's one.
Slowly, like for more than 24 hours. You got to adjust it at the right time.
Yep.
We always get the food. Does anybody else owe like $5,000 or more on Easy Pass? Can I just fall out the chair? I thought it was just me, and I saw Tamika Mallory, y'all. Black Lives Matter, Tamika Mallory, doing a whole rant on her podcast about how you could see the tolls that you might have missed, so that you owe $7, 30 cents, whatever. And then in the other aisle on the paper, the other row, is 50. They try to charge $50 fees on a $2 charge. And they've been doing this for over 20 years. We didn't ask you to not put somebody in the fucking toll booth. That's not, no, go ahead.
That says that I owe $2,000. And I'm like, now I know for a fact that damn Easy Pass is in my window and I'm replenishing by the month. So I called them because, first of all, I look at it and I see there's 2 columns, $7, $11, $7, $9, this, whatever the amounts are. And then this column over here just says $50. Now at the bottom, this side that has the actual toll amounts comes to $377. This column over here with the $50, which is the fees, comes to $1,600. If you do not feel that is predatory, I don't know what is. That is unbelievable. I cannot fathom how a $377 bill, we might as well, the state of New York and the state of New Jersey and wherever else this is happening around the country, they are acting like
this is racketeering.
I thank you for that word. I'm going to add that now to the narrative for how I speak about this, because they are acting like they the crime boss. Listen to the TMI podcast on the.
That is outrageous. That's where a class action suit needs to come. And they need to offer, is it clemency? Wipe everything out, start from scratch, and make sure that there are booths with people in it. Nobody asked you. Sometimes it's your fault, and they don't even leave a room for measure of error. They don't even give you grace. Who asked you to take all the attendance out? Everybody don't have a credit card. Everybody don't want y'all having a credit card on file. Y'all can't even manage to keep the lanes, the highways properly. Something. I'm sure there's something that they're not doing right. That's funny. Y'all can't even do right what you're supposed to do right. And then you want to try and charge me for not doing right. Lead by example. We need one more person to be at 200. One more person. And then we're going to go to the Michael Barcliff. No, that's going to take me all the way down a rabbit hole, and I'm going to be angry. Let's talk about when I think of Teresa Randall, I automatically think of Maya Campbell and her mental health issues. Maya Campbell that played with LL Cool J in the TV show, I think it was In the House. And then she started using drugs and like behavior that was very disturbing. Her mom is Bebe Moore Campbell, the author, but she's dead now. And people were taking advantage of her being mentally ill and videotaping her begging for money and being half naked out in the streets and doing things. They were not kind to her. So when I think of Teresa Randall's update, you guys remember Teresa Randall, the actress that played in, what were the movies she played in? Do you have the clip that I sent you, Giddy? People were posting video of Teresa Randall months ago, and someone said, please stop doing that. You can't tell that she's obviously having a mental episode. I didn't know that. But what I do know that is Father MC's wife. So everyone gets arrested because cops don't know how to, and they may not, that may not be their wheelhouse. But you just can't throw people in jail and they're having a medical episode.
The clip you sent me doesn't have audio.
Yeah, I know, but they can read. Y'all can read. And they'll take this and they'll Google and they'll find out what it was. But I saw a video of her cursing out somebody. And they were just like, we were shocked because first of all, I never even hear her talk. And then somebody said, clearly she's having a medical episode. But I just wanted to know where Father MC is with all of this. That's all I wanted to know. Because there's enough shit going on. So, Teresa, if you're watching, sis, hang in there. And it's okay. It's going to talk to somebody. Did you guys see the video of the woman that she stopped the car, dropped her autistic baby on the ground, got back in the car, and tried to drive off until some black spectators that happened to be watching and videotaping was like, what? You just going to leave the baby there? You didn't. The baby starts crying. Even though the baby's autistic, the baby knew something was wrong. Or maybe she just dropped the baby too hard. She was like, I don't care. I'm going. I'm leaving. So, of course, people in the comments, we always judging and talking shit because that's what we do, me included. But they started saying, how you videotaping and putting the baby back in the car with her and making her take the baby? Because that's what they did. Somebody took the baby, put the baby back in the car. They say you're supposed to call the cops because now she might do more harm, permanent damage to the baby. I actually did not put this under the that's what white people do category. You know, I'm quick to say that. That's what your people do. That's what they do. I put this under she's had enough. She's at her limit. And no one understands but somebody else that has autistic child and that has been there. And the fact that there was no father there leads me to believe that the father left her with the autistic baby. And if you don't have the tools, if you don't have the mental strength or village, a child without autism takes you down. So I can only imagine. So they were saying the people that videotape should be ashamed of themselves for not calling the cops or not calling a child protective services agency and for videotaping, but not for the videotaping. We would not even know that it happened. So I don't know. I'm torn. But look, we're at 2:01. That's my happy place. Nobody leave. Get the doors, Giddy. You're mine at least until 10. Where's our guest? Oh, good. There's our guest. I told you guys that I'm doing this gala out in Mammoth County. It is the red, black, and green gala in honor of Juneteenth, and it's going down June 29th out in Monmouth County, and I'm proud because that's where I spent the last, 15, 16, 17, 18 years of my life. And so one of the organizers of the foundation that is putting this whole thing together is on the line with us right now. So I'm going at Mr. Gade. Can you do it for me, Giddy? Because I can't.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you, Ms. Jones? First, I would like to say thank you, and we appreciate you for accepting to join us for this momentous occasion. We're looking very much forward to it. Yeah, my name is Gade Hornsby.
Gade, I did say it right. Thank you for putting it together. That's where I want to start because I lived out there in Manalapan for about 18 years, maybe more now, because I was in Millstone and then I moved to Manalapan, for about 20 something years. And I was telling everybody here earlier, you never see the Black folks out there until it's Christmas time.
Correct.
That's how few of us it is, and even less of the ones that are of a certain thing. We're all in the same Jack and Jill chapter together, so we know who each other are. And the others, we have kids that play sports together or do STEM together, so you know who they are. Where have you guys been?
So we are a newly founded organization, Mammoth County Diversity Alliance. We've been in existence for 5 years. I raised my children up here in Manalapan. I've been in Manalapan for over 20 plus years. I'm originally from Neptune. And being out here, what I realized is exactly what you said. The representation for us out here is so limited. And that was one of the focal points of us beginning to narrate this organization to bring some awareness to the Western County area, as well as Ocean County as well, because we seem like we're non-existent here, but we are very existing. As a matter of fact, we are very integral in everything that happens here, but we just don't have the representation for that. And my Diversity Alliance, I apologize for cutting you off. Diversity Alliance is wanting to build that bridge so that folks can get a chance to walk across and see what's going on over this side.
Thank you for stepping up and doing that. It means a lot that you actually come from, not necessarily Manalapan, but you come from that area of Jersey. That we're not necessarily South Jersey, we're not necessarily Central, but that Ocean and Monmouth County area, because I feel like people move there. If you're not born and raised there, you often don't know about it. And people go there for a reset, or sometimes after a divorce, or when you're just trying to get yourself together and get back on track. Have you found that to be true?
I find that especially out here in Manalapan, Millstone, Marlboro, in these areas like such, it's so relaxed and laid back that most folks are to themselves in a sense. So there are tons of folks out here that are minority that look like us, tons. The only problem is that everyone stays to themselves. So, and if you are doing something with organizations, it's so cliquish, like I'm doing this over here, you're doing that over there. And when you look at it, we're all doing the same things. Why not walk across these bridges and work in unison with one another? And that's what I see. I'm actually a barber by trade. So when I get a chance, I know folks from every demographic of everything, from law enforcement to clergy to educators, from all backgrounds. And a lot of individuals are doing things, or they're looking to do things. It's just that no one's willing to work together.
Right.
So we have been blessed enough to get folks to start to join and build these bridges, which is pretty amazing. And I'm super excited to keep moving forward with this opportunity.
Do you know, this is just me personally wanting to know, do you know Cheryl and Donald Allen?
Do I know them? I know them extremely well. Yes, I do.
So those are, and Marco, those are like they adopted me when I came out to that area. Like me and Cheryl talk every day. She's my hairdresser when I was down there. And Marco is like my kid's godfather. Like he just helped us move. We moved, I don't want to say where, but we moved near the Red Bank area because my kid goes to RBC now. And so, all right. So you came from Neptune and you obviously, is that Tanya with you?
This is Tanya. Come on in.
Hi, Tanya. Thank you for thinking of me and inviting me to be a part of this gala. Girl, we about to gala.
But she threw me in front of the mic.
Yes. Hi, Jones.
Hi, beautiful. How are you? Would have been, you had to have like maybe a game plan, not maybe, you had to have a game plan of some changes that you wanted to see. Have you been able to accomplish any or all, or how much of, and what were those?
So we have a few things working towards.
Tanya bounced again.
And my biggest thing for me is education. Education, because when folks don't know, they just don't know. So to bring the community together to educate all is important to me. And especially when it comes to mental health. We have I don't know if it's an epidemic or just a cultural change, but mental health it hits me to the heart relative, because I've lost a lot of customers to suicide, and it didn't have any demographic to it. It didn't matter if they were white, black, young, old. It was across the border. So it touches my heart to in that space, in such a way where we were able to partner. Mammoth University Alliance was able to partner with Mammoth County Behavioral Organization, and we created comic books relative to mental health and other types of stigmas to start to get these young people, as well as Mental Health Association of Mammoth County. They're very powerful. MHA, super, number one. And together we collaborated and we built out these comic books, but they are so important because they touch on so many things that young folks go through, and that necessarily won't speak out loud, but will still resonate with them. So we're pushing that narrative right now to get that these comic books, and we'll go into that. That's a whole nother chapter, but that's what we're working on specifically right now, outside of our doing team stuff.
Something that's been troubling to me as of late, I don't know that it was this way, but I know it's this way now. There's a lot of young Black on Black crime happening. There more than it was while I was raising my boys down there. Is that one of your initiatives?
The thing is that I believe it's always been, and it goes back to the point that I made earlier: is education. When one is not educated on who they are and love themselves as a great people, we are kings and queens. We are chosen people, and when we don't know this, we tend to act foolish. So educating ones, especially our young brothers and sisters in these supposedly ghettos, we need to start to educate and realize that, listen, we are family. You're talking about black on black crime. How about cousin on cousin? How about sibling on sibling crime, where they're actually taking one another's lives? That is super, super sad to me. So we don't necessarily focus directly in that space, but the mental health piece of it is part of getting to the root of why folks are acting out in such a way. So I believe I go back again to educating, and that mental health piece is all very important in narrating to get to some resolution. And it's
Is it always? But do you think it's always the mental health? Or do you think a lot of people are using that as a cop out now? Like it's easier to dismiss bad behavior by saying, "Oh, they were going through things. Oh, they were messed up. Oh, some of it is just you're a bad person." And I need to know that there's going to be some money from the county. A lot of times, I don't feel like Monmouth and Ocean County, they treat Black people like equals. I feel like, especially in the judicial system, when you come in there, you can be going through a divorce and they treat you like you're a baby mom and a baby daddy. They don't treat you the same way they treat the white folks and the Italian folks.
Can I give you a quick story?
Mm-hmm.
A quick story. So I went to I was doing some painting, and I went to my local guy, Harlem in Alabama, and he said, "Man, I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been?" And I told him, I've just been doing my thing. He said, "I thought you were locked up." The first thing he says to me, "I thought you were locked up. Not I thought you had moved. Not I thought you might have had issues, but I thought you were locked up." So the narrative is that we are bad people, no matter what demographic, no matter where you live, no matter how much status you have with you. I said, as a matter of fact, no, sir, I wasn't locked up. I've been doing a lot of community service and community engagement. So as you think of me, don't think of me as someone who's troubled. Think of me as someone who helps the troubled. Okay. So, these are the things. And you make a very valid point. Mental health has always been a thing. It's always been a thing. In the Black community, we've never talked about it. It's just a kid's being bad, or this one, or beat them until they get right.
Or don't tell family business. What happens in this house stays in this house.
And those things are troubling. We're all victims of some of that piece, no matter what it is. And it absolutely is mental health. And they title stuff and they put things in spaces where there's monetary if you get this part of it done, or monetary if you get that part of that done. My thing is, let's deal with the facts. The facts are that we're missing our fathers in these households. We're missing the men in the community who are supposed to be the backbone, along with the woman in the community, to make these things happen. So yes, it's going to be bad behavior. Yes, it's going to be things that are troubling, and mental health is definitely a part of it. And along with today's society, with social media and things as such, it just puts everything on Front Street, and people gravitate to what they want to gravitate to. So there are. I think you can put a cluster of things on that topic, and there's no one actual resolution. But I believe in education. And when I say education, people say, "Oh, I don't want to sit in the classroom." It has nothing to do with sitting in the classroom. It has something to do with these two things on the side of what you call ears. If people are willing to listen more, and even those who are hearing impaired still have a voice and things to relate. So if people were willing to listen, especially to the youth a little bit more, I believe that you get to a place where you can understand the dynamic of why these young men, as well as women, because the young ladies are starting to become just as bad as the young men when it comes to actual violence.
Get closer to your microphone. You're going in and out, or talk louder. Yeah. And I honestly, I agree with what you're saying. And I think that young and old, we all need someone to lead because everything is out of control right now. The only upside is that Black folks have been dealing with this for forever. So we've always found a way around it. It's the white folks getting the reality checks that your whiteness does not equate with their wealth. And so they look at you like us. You just are too entitled to see that. And so they're the ones melting down. They're the ones breaking down. I'm going to shift so we can talk about the gala before I go down a rabbit hole. But I got to have you back on the show because I feel like you and I.
I'm back. There's so many things that topics that need to be touched upon. And, we just don't have, like I said, the bandwidth or the platforms to address these things where they need to be addressed at. And you're a very, very influential person, and we appreciate that's my wife. She reached out. She says, Miss Jones be perfect, and I thought about it, and I was like, wow, yes, you're absolutely right. And we super appreciate you for even taking consideration to being a part of what we're doing.
Thank you so much for thinking of me and considering me, because I, coming from that area, I know how hard it had to have been to, first of all, get approval for it, get resources for it, and do marketing and stuff. Because I know they left y'all out on the island. Like, okay, go ahead. If you think you and your people can get a gala going, go ahead. We'll see. I know how it is. I used to have the key to the community center out there, the actual key. But the channels I had to go through to even rent the space or use the space, it was free space. They're sending me from this rec center to that rec center.
They're on 33, the rec center.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that closed after COVID.
Yes.
I don't know if it opened back up, because then we moved up to Bergen. We're in Bergen now.
Okay.
But
wow.
Let me put the flyer up for the gala, because this is definitely open to people outside of.
Yes, we welcome all to come. We do what it is that we do it's not a traditional sit down it's not a stuffy environment. It's very relaxing. We use an inside and outside space. And the place actually is phenomenal. It's very beautiful. And it gives people space. You don't have to sit up under folks. You don't have to be stuck at a table. The live music we have is off the chain. It's lovely. You'll see.
Cheryl just said, I had to text her. I'm sorry. She said they're honoring my cousin Kevin. I'll talk to you later. But she said I did decor for their gala in the past. She just decorated my Jack and Jill chapter's gala up here in Bergen, and she's my set designer for my podcast, Pink Champs. But yes. She said, tell them that you are my sister.
But we crossed that. But so we not only know them, we work with both Cheryl and Donald, as well as Marco. Yes.
Small world. I'm glad that our energy aligned and I'm able to be a part of this. People, please join us for this. This is Juneteenth, but it's not actually on Juneteenth. We're having it on June 29th.
It's June 28th.
June 28th. And where can they get tickets? I'm going to put the flyer back up.
So they can go to our website, MC Diversity Alliance mcdiversityalliance.com, or they can go on Eventbrite as well and get them off of Eventbrite. Super, and I'm not just saying this because I'm part of it, but I've been to a lot of events, and I've never been to an event where it's so relaxed, as well as so informative and so appreciated by those who are being honored. You know, we honor those who normally won't be honored. For example, cousin Kevin, he is one of the individuals who probably is in the shadow somewhere. But we've seen the work that he's doing, and it's to be celebrated. You have a lot of folks who get recognized every other month. They're being recognized for something. How about the person that's pushing, that's charging them in the background, that's doing all of the work for them? What about their recognition? You know, we sometimes us who are selfless, who I am, I've never wanted to be recognized. But I realized one thing about it. If you're always in the shadow, then no one can see you.
Right.
So they need to see the work that you do. So that
Right.
help can come and we can join hands and build a circle and complete a whole community. So
Thank you for taking this on, because I know I personally know the battles of being seen out in Monmouth and Ocean counties. And once you're seen, I know the battles of staying clean. So thank you. And Tanya, thank you so much.
come out and support. You know, this is our 5th year, and going forward, we usually do it every year. It's a large challenge for us because we do our Juneteenth festival on It's this year June 7th, and we used to do it like this. We'd do the Juneteenth festival on Saturday, and then the following day we would do the gala, which was crazy.
That's a lot.
You're talking about a lot. It was over the top. So what we did is we decided to push it back a couple of weeks, as well as you know, we're looking to now not only do it every year, we're going to do it every other year and start a whole scholarship fund part of it. So that's going to add on to our next addition to the gala.
Wonderful. I love how you're doing all of this for the people of the community, the people of Monmouth and Ocean. I told you, they often get forgotten. We're not necessarily South Jersey, but we're not also, they don't consider us Central Jersey. We're just there. So thank you for knowing, and thank you for taking your, I guess, your experiences from living down there and actually leveling it up, and the people out there, giving them something to look forward to.
Juneteenth Festival, please come out, folks, and support us and join us in a festive day of celebration. We're going to have some really things happen at the festival because, again, I go back to education. We need to educate folks on exactly what it is, the day of celebration called Juneteenth. We need to educate folks on that. And when they come out there, they'll have not just information that is being shared, but they'll have an actual performances.
So my people, obviously you've heard of Kool and the Gang.
Yes.
So the younger generation, the kids, they're our age, and they have Les Cool Champagne.
Yes.
So they wanted to know why they weren't included or involved. And I'm like, we can have those conversations. I think they want to be your official toast sponsor for you. But I didn't even know if you guys did a Juneteenth toast during the event. So if not, let's do one and get them to bring some bottles.
I can't. I'm gonna delve into that real quick. I can't forget we had my boy DJ Choir at the festival. He's gonna be DJing the festival. So you know, he's the top tier guy from BLS, and he's gonna be joining us at the festival.
Will Skills be involved at all?
We have not spoke with Skills.
Skills is like the DJ from down there. Always sought after. He's so dope.
My guy, Skills is we go back over 30 years. It's a small circle. So what we're trying to do is, unfortunately, if folks don't know from a broad base, then they won't come out. So we need to get someone who's going to draw the people to come out. And that's how you begin to educate people, is by drawing them in, entertaining them first, and then you draw them in, then you educate them. But with the champagne, we just have to check with the venue and make sure that we're able to do such. So we didn't forget my brother from Kool and the Gang family. We just have to ask the venue people.
Okay. All right. I will definitely put you guys in touch. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And everybody, please make sure you at least try to, if you can't make the gala, at least go to the festival. The festival is June 7th, I believe.
7 from 12 to 5.
And that's happening where?
Freehold, between Throckmorton and Court Street. So we have the whole block between Rita's it's right on Main Street, between Rita's Ice Cream and in front of the City Hall.
Nice. Oh, all them Black people. I love it. I can't wait. Thank you, Gade. And thank you, Tanya. I will see you guys either at the festival or at the gala or both.
Yes, appreciate you. Yes.
Appreciate you both. Have a blessed day, guys. Yay. Small world. He's right about that. When you grow up down there, if anybody in here is from those areas, you could tell the people, when you grow up down in Asbury, Long Branch, Matawan, those areas, everybody know everybody. Because it's not that many, but the families, you know how it is, the families that have kids and then the kids grow up together. So, and most of the families wind up staying down there. But, right? The flyer was dope. Thank you, Hummingbird. What's the dress code for the gala? It's a gala. It's a Juneteenth gala. So it's red, black, and green. So I would stay on theme with that. If you want to wear your Africana wraps and dashikis, I'm sure that, you know, who gonna tell us how to gala? We set all the tones. We set all the fashion trends. We tell them what a gala. I'll let you know. They can't tell us. We create the fashion. Let's not forget. So that's dope. Small world. All right, dope. Cheryl said she's gonna be at the festival. I'm getting very excited. Had another meeting with Nikki from Brownstone, and the R&B Divas New York Being My Baby is official. So thank you again to Jodeci. Jodeci put that in the mix, and look at God. Put that all together. The sociologist is saying that it's not a good idea to rebuild rec centers when the sustained parental involvement across the board does not exist. Is that sociologist or drugged out RFK? That nigga makes me... I get nervous listening to him talk. I keep thinking every word is going to be his last. Every breath is going to be the last one. That's... I didn't say that. Then they run the tape of him saying it. Like, you're just on drugs, allegedly, in my mind, I feel like. Because you can't be that dumb. Here it is, the information. Kim said the Eventbrite is too long for the chat. Okay. Just leave us alone. Stop worrying about us. Right. Miss C, they never told us about Juneteenth. They never told us about Seneca Village. They never told us how the white people ran people out of Black Wall Street. They never talked about any of that stuff. They never talk about that because they know it's shameful behavior and they're not willing to change it. And I'm talking about the masses that engage and still think that they are superior. If it ain't you, if it don't apply, let it fly. But if it is you and you're one of those people that think that just because of the color of your skin, you're entitled to things, or that because we are not white, that we are not entitled to things just based on the race, then you're sick. You're sick. Keep that bullshit over there amongst y'all. We're going to keep on leveling up over here. Y'all going to keep on trying to steal from us. And when you can't do that, then you're going to try and kill us and fuck us around. You try to keep moving the goalposts every time we get a leg up. And then you keep us from getting resources, because you know once we get the resources, we already got the brain and the talent. You know that you will become extinct. That's why y'all fighting so fervorously to keep us oppressed. But the one thing you can't take away from us is our knowledge. Can't take away our strength, and you can't take away our innate ability to survive. Applaud yourselves, because you're the reason how we know how to survive and get through shit. Good luck with y'all, because I see many white folks heading to the 13th floor right now because you can't take what's going on in the world, because you ain't built like we are. Sorry, and if you started trying today, if you married a Black person, you still would never have what we have. So I'm one of those people that I'm not going to be hateful to you just because you're white. But if you come with that nasty white behavior, you're going to get it every day. And if you come up in my chat with it, you're going to really get it. I'll throw it all away. I think I'm not mentally well. Like, I'll say that out loud because I feel myself like when I listen back to what I said, I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? You know that you probably would throw it all away because you're tired. You get tired of, oh, tomorrow's another day. Oh, it's not that deep. Oh, people ain't going to change. Just stay to yourself. You get tired of that shit. You get tired. You be ready to wild the fuck out. So be the one. Be the one that day.
The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight.
Quite possibly.
Said you're going to jail tonight. Yeah. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight.
And this time you probably stay since you don't want to pick up the beatbox calls when he calls. This time your ass will probably be there longer than a couple of hours of processing. Yup. Since you want to be waving and disconnecting. I was watching documentaries. He would have called. If he had something to say, he'd have called back. Trust me. When anybody that ever talks to Dougie Fresh knows that you're going to be on the phone for at least a day. And it's going to be the best conversation you've had, but at least a day. I couldn't do it last night. I couldn't do it. Sorry, Dougie. Yeah, through the fire. Yeah. Getting tired of turning the other cheek and getting tired of having to train white folks how to act. Not even how to act towards me, but how to act out in public. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the videos. I'm tired of seeing the stories. I'm tired of cops thinking that we can't find your addresses and throw it all the fuck away. I'm tired of them thinking we all don't got guns. You got yours today, but I'll have mine tonight at your door with your unsuspecting wife and kids. Tired. I'm tired of judges thinking that what happened to that other judge can't happen to them. I'm tired. That's why I'm posting. Put the judge's address. Somebody find it. Like, you gonna learn. That's the only way I think people learn is by example. You learn how to become a better person in a relationship when you experience loss. And it doesn't necessarily have to be losing a relationship. You could lose your mom. You could lose your job. You could lose whatever you hold near and dear. Once that shit happens, you get knocked off and be like, mommy. And then you find the nice bone in yourself. And then you know that you have it in you to be nice. And then you fucking be nice. It's only until a nigga experiences loss. And when I say nigga, I'm talking about white folks, Spanish, Asians, all of us. Niggas of behavior. Only until somebody experiences loss do they change their behavior. And I'm tired of making excuses for bad behavior. I'm tired of, oh, well, if you know better, you have to, hurt people. I don't give a fuck. We all hurt. So do we all have to, if we all turn in the other cheek because hurt people, all them platitudes, fuck all of that. I'm ready to start swinging. Yeah, I don't care either. I don't care what color. Like I said, it be your own kind that be treating you worse. But it's assholes in every ethnicity. But the videos I'm seeing are the same ones. So, and that freaking crazy looking monster that shot that little boy out in Queens, he tried to cut his hair. So you trying to hide. I guess that's a natural instinct because you knew you was going down. May they get your ass, may they tear you out the frame in jail. And I hope they give you the electric chair. A life for a life. May they give you the electric chair. And to the parent, I think there was video. Did I send it to you, Giddy? Video of the mother trying to explain something. I don't even know what to say to you, ma'am, because you didn't do it. And as much as we always blame the parents when the kids are the roll-off bad behavior, it's only so much a parent can do. It's only so much a parent can threaten you with and try and explain to you what is on the other side of that door you keep fucking with. You keep on fucking with. It's only so much. So as much as we need somebody to be mad at, yes. And the boy is not enough because he's going to jail. He's not enough.
Bluetooth connected.
I can't side with unless the mom is on video somewhere saying fuck that, he was defending himself. Unless you on that type of bullshit, ma'am, I feel sorry that you tried to do good by your son. I feel sorry for all you parents out there that were actually good parents and being the best parents you knew how to be, and you wasn't down with the bullshit, and your kids still wound up in bad places. I am sorry, because it is not a testament to you. I don't buy into that bullshit. That kid is a result of the parent. I don't buy into that shit. People make their own decisions. Your parent can't be with you when you're in school. When you grow up and you go to work, your parent can't be there, keep hitting your hand and telling you, stop the fuck. I said stop. At some point, you either take it in and wear it or you keep on rebuffing it, but the consequence is going to be yours, and I'm not blaming the fucking parent.
The video that we have about the mom is not that case. It's the case with the kid that's slammed the girl on the ground.
And that bitch too. Give him the chair. You mad because she was, first of all, she looks way younger than you. Did you see the little boy? Body slammed the girl, put her aerial and slammed her on her neck. I don't think she's paralyzed. They did say her neck was broken, I think. But his mother actually came out defending him, sounding crazy. And where is Ice?
Nothing about it. Nothing. I have 29 police reports calling on the DOE to help me with the children. They never did nothing.
And what did the judge say today?
The judge said because of I've been getting death threats of this situation. Everybody targeting me. Even my neighbor wants to hit my 14-year-old to think he's a man. You understand? And the judge said they have to keep him for safety.
But why did he stomp on her head?
She said something to him. You know what she did first? She pushed him. And he has flat foot and foot like that because I took him to the hospital Monday too. Yes.
But you don't see that on the video.
Pause this.
Video.
Pause this. This now, bitch. Now I'm blaming you. Now I'm blaming you. You first of all, somebody call. I'm gonna call Ice. I don't even know. We gotta find. Everybody, calm down. We gotta find this bitch and her location. I'm calling Ice. Like, I want you gone. I want you and the Nicki Minaj's tone in your gone, because you sound motherfucking type crazy right now. Took him out. You know what she did? She pushed him, and he had flat feet, so he went like that. The little girl, she's this little. He's all the way up here. Even if she pushed him, he didn't fall with force and break his neck and all of the things. And why did she push him? Was he too close to her? Because the story I heard is that he was trying to hit on her, and she did not want him. So if I'm pushing you away from me, and you know you got flat feet, bitch, brace yourself, because you're too close to me. You in my personal space. Now, I don't know if any of this is true, because she just could be making shit up on the fly, because they don't got video of what she is saying. But the fact that you're trying to justify your son picking up this girl half his size that was obviously trying to get the fuck away from him, and he's in her face. He could have gotten away. He could have walked away. She went the other way, and he picks her up in the air and drops her whole body on the floor, and then stomps her on her head with his shoe. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding? Are you really sitting up here trying to get some empathy? Bitch, you better hope that the threats is all you get. They should have been ran up in your house. We tired of playing. We tired of telling y'all. We tired of playing with y'all. This is why I say somebody got to be made the example to fuck up. I don't even want to hear her no more. She sounds stupid. You need to, now this bitch need to go to jail. Play it, Giddy. She need to fucking go to jail. Making excuses. He flat-footed. Hit him.
The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight. Yeah. The homies going to jail. Said you're going to jail tonight.
I disagree, Amazon Mom, because look, that excuse that she gave, that she pushed him first, no. The whole family need to fucking go to jail. Thank you, Be True. Oh, thank you. Did you see her Amazon? She should have just shut up. Don't say nothing, bitch. Look, if you can't make your lie, or if you can't, let me not say it's a lie. If you can't make your defense sound as magnanimous as the action, the violent action of your son, shut the fuck up and be like, pray for my son. That's where you needed to jump. You needed to jump in the, I have no words, because even though she pushed him, even though there was a little backstory, he went too far. Own that shit, and then you get more sympathy, because like I just said, we can't control our kids. At the end of the day, we've done the best we can. We try to teach them right from wrong. Those of you that are even parenting, those of you that are in their lives, don't get me started on this big tooth bitch. Those of you that are in their lives, you trying to do something, even if it's just by being there, showing them what being in a household looks like, right? So just jump in the lane of, I don't know what came over him. Maybe he didn't take his medicine. I don't know, but not, oh, he got flat feet and she pushed him too. You, the flat feet and the fucking jail sentence. Yeah. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. But again, because it's black people shit, he'll probably get away with it. But let it have been the right color. I don't know how she is. Somebody said that she posted a picture and she's doing all right, but I don't know if that's true or not. If anybody took him to the hospital, it was just to try and counter the oncoming charges. Exactly. His feet wasn't flat and loose at the ankle when he lifted her over his motherfucking head. That's what I know, Philly Chica. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no. Out of control. Right. You mad. You in your feelings. I'll be having to have conversations with my sons, and I tell them when they're wrong. I tell them when they're wrong. And I try to explain. It's easy because I still think I have the maturity of a 12, 13, 14, of a teenager. Like, I feel like I'm stuck there. So it's easy for me to relate, and I have to tell them when they're wrong. Now, there's always, as long as you wake up the next day, there's always room to right the wrongs. There's always room to grow. There's always room to apologize, as long as you don't go too far. I'm trying to say there are certain things you can't say to your partner in your relationships. There's no coming back from. You don't ever want to be that person. Take it from one that was that person. You go too far with your fucking mouth. And then even if the person forgives you, that little wedge is always going to be in the relationship, always in the back of the other person's head, that you went there. You went there with some personal shit that they confided in you, and they'll never get past that. So you have to learn the art of disagreeing, the art of arguing. Hopefully it's just disagreeing. And you have to learn that everything you feel don't necessarily have to be said in that moment. Sometimes you have to take a beat. Sometimes you have to just step away and come back, especially if she's saying, you saying, she's saying, you saying. Neither one of y'all is hearing each other. You just trying to make your point and be seen and heard. So maybe you let her talk and let her feel seen in that moment, right? And then you take in what she said and give yourself some time to figure out if that's some shit you could live with now as a 17-year-old boy, or in Jalen's case, as a 21-year-old boy, or not. Because all you want, this is how life is. This is how life is. There's always going to be a dynamic, whether it be your coworkers, whether it be your neighbors, whether it be your bosses or your employees. It's always going to be, or your family members. It's always going to be, you have to learn how to communicate effectively. And everybody don't understand shit the same way. How I communicate with you is different than how I would communicate with this one. How I communicate with that one. And, you know, and we're a very emotional family. I'm very high strung. I'm very wound tight. I'm very always waiting for other shoes to drop. So I have to be responsible and knowing that and being very mindful that my kids don't learn that is okay to be. It is not. And I address that. But I think I'm too far gone. And, you know, obviously, if I'm talking about, I'm ready to throw it all away sometimes. But I try to tell them that everything don't have to be resolved in one argument or in one sitting. You don't have to ruin that day to make your point, because you'll never get that day back again, right? If it's a birthday, if it's a prom, you won't get that back. But the memory of you fucked up my birthday, that shit will last forever. So if for nothing else, don't be that guy. Don't let that be the headline. So you get in front of it. You take a beat. You let people say what they want to say. And then you can always come back the next day, the next week, and say your piece. And maybe by then they will have time to say, wow, well, he listened to me. So now let me listen to him. But everybody trying to talk at the same time with the same heat, different things. I'm saying this, you saying that. We're not getting nowhere. It's a waste of time. It doesn't mean we can't get back. It doesn't mean your shit is less valid. It just means that sometimes you got to bring down the level of the heat in order to be able to move through. You got to let the smoke clear. There it is. That's a visual. You got to let some smoke clear in order for people to be able to see the real you. And I know you be wanting to get to the end of things and resolve. Kids be wanting resolution. Hell, adults want closure. Some closure you got to give yourself, because that person may never be able to fucking meet you. This is what I be telling my kids. And I tell them that the shit that's happening now, which is why I be on him about who's saying what in your friend circle. Who's this? Who's somebody trying to clown you? Because I'll go on their page and destroy their... Yes, because everything that happens now is a trauma that plays out later on that you forget about. The shit you downplaying with I don't pay that no attention. Bitch, I do. Because if you're going to be traumatized, they're going to be double traumatized. Fuck that. I wish my mom was like me. Shoot, let me get my little cigarette out. Because I feel like Alice with a wild moment coming to fuck all child. What? I said, you are the best part of me. I'm so glad that you found God and you use God's word to reason why you don't crash out. And you young, so you still, kids still think that they still have their whole life in front of them. But me and y'all motherfuckers, we know it's last call at the bar. And I will write all the motherfucking wrongs on my own. God is too busy. Clearing out the White House. And all the mistakes are there. He ain't got time for Tarsha. I got this guy. I'll catch you on the rebound. But kids just be, they're resilient and they let shit roll over until they're in their 25, 30s. And then some childhood shit that they thought that they was over that rolled off their shoulders shows up. Right? Exactly. I know about that. So many times. For those of y'all new, this is a prop. This is not real. It is a prop. It's a part of the show where I go into my acting chops so that someone hires me to be on Kevin Hart, Foxhole, or something. So, exactly. Because I'll fight. Well, y'all know I fight kids. I don't care. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but at least a smack or two. But you got to be ready to go in the jail.
The homies go in the jail.
Got to be ready.
Go in the jail tonight. The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight. The homies go in the jail.
I'm definitely going.
Said you go in the jail tonight. Yeah. The homies go in the jail. Said you go in the jail tonight.
Definitely going. Plan to not do nothing for the next 72. Depending on who your lawyer is, what day of the week it is. You gotta think, we're too old to not think ahead. But file things, people stupid. Y'all so stupid. Retreat does not always mean self-defeat. Thank you, Dame. Sometimes living to see another day is a victory in the short and long. Yup. Rationalized victimization or perpetuation of violence is not a great thing. I know, but it feels good sometimes. But You know what I mean? I can't control the urge all the time. And I feel like right now the world is wound tight. Everybody's on edge because everywhere you turn, every time you turn around, it's the fuck something. And there's little fires everywhere. And big ones too. We can't catch a breath. I don't even watch the news anymore. I used to watch that 24/7. MS Now or MSNBC and CNN. Sometimes Fox just to see how the enemy thinks. I can't because now I know that they're not even on our side. They're all of the same ilk. You just needed another side to be on because all them seats was taken over there. But pick a Republican and Democrat, they're interchangeable. They're about keeping their lifestyles and their gates high and their college funds good. That's no, I know. Joel said, blow that smoke again. Stupid, Joel. And when are we going to stop surrendering our children to the jailhouse and prison when parenting becomes too hard? Yes, Eric, this is the official Boys in the Hood cigarette. The BITH. The BIT, Boys in the Hood cigarette. The bitch. But we'll call it the bitch. Yep. We got a little, what's that called? Real quick, shout out to all the Kappas from Delta Beta Chapter, Syracuse University, who had their big 75th anniversary weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. We had prom, we had football, but I was there in spirit and I was scrolling through the pics and love to be a diamond. Lovely time to be a Kappa diamond. Watching the news was like watching the episode of Love and Hip Hop mixing with the old Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, I agree. So Delana, I put it in my cart and now it's sold out. The cigarettes, the candy cigarettes with the smoke. Drama is a commodity that is a slick form of control and victimizing. I just feel like just because you have a baby don't mean you should. And just because you have a baby young doesn't mean that you're going to not be successful. But it also, we need to acknowledge that those people, those women that are young, they're going to need more tools because you haven't even lived your life to know who the fuck you are. You're going to need more tools. You're going to need more support. No one's saying that you're not going to be successful, but like, even without getting pregnant, relationships that young typically do not, very rarely do they wind up being the relationship that you die with. Right? And so as much as, you know, you tell your children A, that makes them want to do Z, are we not going to tell them? Are we not going to even explain situations that have happened with us so that they don't repeat it? Because I don't be wanting them in my goddamn business. You know why? My kids are filers. They file shit away and bring it up Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner and try to fuck my whole shit up. Yep. Shay, not so much. He plays mediator, but that goddamn Jalen gives me a run. Oh, he gives me a run, baby. And I'm like, how my shit come front and center? What I got to do? Yes, it happened, but I got through it. But it don't matter. So the best advice, Eric, would you agree? If that was my daughter, he slammed, they would have to get bail. Yeah, right. He wouldn't even be around no more. I'm sorry, ma'am. You can get on TV and cry and talk about and explain and all that shit. You and him, you definitely, y'all going to ICE jail. Y'all going to ICE jail. Y'all going to ICE jail. I'd actually like to thank you for just simply answering virtually all of my questions earlier. Did I? Or is that sarcasm? If it's sarcasm, I don't have time for it this morning. If I did, it's because I'm a superhero. You ain't know? But I don't know if I did. Yeah, I don't know if I did, if you being sarcastic. Right. Sex ain't free. Come on with this. Come on. Drop a gem today. Sex ain't free. It costs. Nigga, it's still costing. Kids are a blessing. Kids are a blessing. But the fuck? You have a fire stick now. Is it jailbroken? I can show you how to do it and you will see everything. Even Giddy. Eric has no idea. Eric has no idea.
Eric, we don't do jailbroken stuff over here, buddy. When the feds come to your house, we'll be reading on you.
You're going to jail, bro. You're going to jail tonight. Yeah, we don't do that. They get IP numbers and IP addresses. They want to come up in here for less. Just because all the rhetoric I be talking on here. The fuck, I'm going to send them here. I'm going to go down over a fire stick. That's the hill I'm dying on? I think not. It'll be for a moving plastic pool sooner than it will be over some fire stick shit, Eric. I'm sorry. We've come too far. Nope, no thanks. Yep, Brick City. Eric going to jail tonight. Eric going to jail. Jailbreak. Right? You got to pay the lay. But the cost is too high. But I will say the young girls nowadays, they are not rushing. They tired of having to babysit our motherfucking kids. They tired. They're not having kids. They're not doing any of the things that we were doing, right? That we were taught was the proper way to be. They're not rushing to that. They're not rushing to that. So the younger generation, like I have to, this morning, it was like, I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm late. It's okay. You had a freaking, he does it so much. He does it so effortlessly. He goes so hard that he don't come up for air and he never pats himself on the back or takes time to realize how much shit that he's done. So I had to say, it's okay. Even though I want to be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Give yourself some grace. You had a prom. You had a big football camp. Then you drove yourself all the way down to Wildwood, from Bergen County to Wildwood by yourself, and stopped in Manalapan to pick up a friend and got there safely and back and got your homework in. He made sure he got his, I seen him bend it over the table. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, get my assignments in. So like, I don't ever, like, kids have a lot. They're doing a lot more than we were, or at least me. But I want my kid to still be able to be a fucking kid. I don't want you to become a machine. I don't want you to become a scholastic machine where all you do is schoolwork. I don't want you to become an athletic machine where all you do is football, wrestle, football, wrestle. You deserve to relax sometimes. You deserve to be a kid. Because once you turn 18, ain't no turning back. And nobody has no space for you. They don't give no grace. They're like, you grown now. You've been wanting, oh, I can't wait till I turn this. I can't wait till, well, bitch, now you're here. Well, bitch, now you're here. I got a bill or two you can help chip in. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I told you they go to Jersey Shore prom weekend. You sure did, Brick City. You sure did. But you heard my story, right? He ain't get there till the last night. So they couldn't put nothing on him. They couldn't say he broke a wall, he clogged the toilet or a sink. No, he ain't get there till late. God worked that out. I said, you see how God worked it out? Miss Jones, when are you doing your class for football moms? Tonight at 7. Why not? Why not? I should be back by then. Hummingbird. Yeah, no. You was right, Brick City. And then after all of that, all of the shit talking in the comments of the group chat, Thank you. Somebody just sent me something. A donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me see. I'm trying to find because the chat slayed me. And all I could do was sit back and be thankful. Where is it? All the comments like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Why would they leave the house like that? Where is it? This isn't the one. It's on this phone. And now I can't find it. Now I can't find my WhatsApp on this phone. But it was all the shit talk. Oh my God, why would they do that? I can't even find it. And then at the end, when he was like, despite all of that, I'm ready to do it again next year. I said, see, that's why I mess with white folks. I let them go ahead and go back and forth and blast their kids, and I'm not getting into all of that. Because the minute I start blasting your kids for real with receipts, then I'm out the group. Nope. Because I need to be in the group for the sake of my kid. Who, by the way, was the only black kid at the prom send-off. I'm like, so you mean to tell me out of all the kids that's going to the prom from Manalapan High School, at least in this friend group, that he's the only black kid, and he don't even go to Manalapan High. Y'all recruited his blackness from RBC by way of Bergen. So it would have been no black people here. Y'all would have been okay with that? Yeah, but again, Philly Chica, I overdo it. Like, I probably should never have let him go to that house. Che Bella, enjoy your day. Thank you for joining, Che Bella. You guys are the most, I love you guys in the chat. I went to make my fish. Oh, on 160 for a few days ago, I told them Jonesy sent me, they gave me a sample, 2 pieces of fish and shrimp. It was piping hot and delicious. Yes, come on. Come on. Y'all better listen to me when I'm like, y'all going in and ask for them grits. Make my fish, add my grits. Good for you, Nicole. Yup, I tell y'all, make my sponsors happy. Please go by Make My Fish on 116th and Lenox, between Lenox and, across street from Amy Ruth, Lenox and 7th, or the one in Yonkers on Central Park Avenue? Central Park Avenue in that strip mall, and tell them Jonesy, Miss Jones from the radio. Say Jonesy in the morning sent me. She's shouting y'all out. Let me say she shouts y'all out from the time she opens her show. She talk about y'all all throughout the show. She shows us samples of the food, and she closes the show talking about y'all. And that will keep this going. That will keep them happy. That'll keep y'all happy, because then that'll keep me happy, and I'll continue to show up. Anything short of that, this shit might be a wrap on Juneteenth. I'm just saying. Between them and Le Cool Champagne, whenever you are out at a restaurant, ask for Le Cool Champagne. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Oh, that's the champagne by Kool and the Gang. And maybe they'll order it. They'll get tired of you asking. Eventually, they'll sample it at least. We got to support each other, because they not giving a fuck about us and our products. They trying to schlep in the bootleg liquor from the kissing cousin with no teeth, the meth head, to get him a order, get his company an order, the champagne. You know they should be mediocre. Two Girls Mom, thank you for coming. King of Gun Hill, have a nice day. Queen Hip Hop Jones, have dinner with me sometime. I don't know you. So I can't agree. Yup, Bobby B. The fish and grits. Do you have a P.O. box? If so, can it be listed on your scroll bar? Yes, I'll type it in right now. Jonesy in the Monsey. Oh my goodness. So something happens and I'm not, it says I'll be able to comment after going live. Nothing's been created on Facebook yet. I just typed something in the chat and it didn't.
Yeah, I saw that before too. I gotta check your Facebook.
YouTube rejected your comment. They think it's spam. How? All right, I'll separate it. In the morning. Nope, it won't let me. I don't know why it's not letting me type. Let me see if. Nope, it's not letting me type anything. Oh, let me type the alphabet on Pink Champs the show, but not the. So the address is, if you want to get a pen, old school. Jonesy in the morning. You can see it, but it says, look, I'm going to show you what it's saying to me. I mean, I guess it shouldn't matter. But just so y'all don't think I'm drinking cut water. Look. It's coming up in red every time I type it in. You'll be able to comment after going live. Nothing's been created on Facebook. And then it says YouTube rejected your comment in red. That's what keeps coming up. So I don't know. I don't know, people. But all I know is that's our show. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta motherfucker go. Thank you to our guest this week, Mr. Gade Hornsby. And please make sure you support and come out for the Juneteenth celebration if you're in the area. That would be all the areas down there. Fords. That's kind of Middlesex, I think. I think Fords is Middlesex, but it's all around the same. Asbury, Long Branch, Ocean, Eatontown, Red Bank, Tinton Falls, Manalapan, Marlboro, Englishtown, Freehold, Jackson, Toms River, all that area. Come on out. Come on through. Support. That's June 28th. I damn sure thought it was the Monday. And thank you as usual. As usual, I appreciate you for watching, listening, where it could be there. Cash App and phone number. Oh, add it on the thing, the address. The address to where they can mail things on the scroller, she's saying. On the banner. Like a banner with the P.O. box. Jonesy After Dark, 6626, right? Yeah, of course it is.
Only problem is I don't even see it.
Oh, wow.
I don't see it on our thing.
Huh. All right. Well, guess what? Show's over, so now we can figure it out. Maybe. I need a nap before I have to go to Newark. Georgiana, Grayson, everybody, thank you for your participation. Please continue to spread the word. Our numbers are growing thanks to you guys. Worrying about and taking care of ourselves instead of other people. Yep, I agree.